So this entire movie is based on a lie? The blind side about these well-meaning white family that took in this black kid, not because of his ability, not because he was seen as a future NFL prospect, but because they had love and humanity. Yeah, reports then came out, Michael Oher, former NFL player and subject of the Blind Side movie, alleges his entire adoption was a lie.
You just said you feel like you've been mislabeled sometimes. A lot of that stems from how you were portrayed in the movie The Blind Side.
I think the biggest for me is, being portrayed, not being able to read or write. Second grade, I was doing plays in front of the school.
This is Michael Oher, Super Bowl winner, 8-year NFL pro. Inspiration for the movie The Blind Side, starring Sandra Bullock as Leanne Toohey, a Southern Christian white woman who takes in Oher off the streets, teaches him to get a good education, and lo and behold, enrolls at her alma mater, Ole Miss.
I just think Michael needed somebody, and it was so evident that there was nobody in his life, and to me, it just broke my heart.
Leanne Toohey and her husband Sean opened their hearts and their home to Michael Oher after he was left to fend for himself by a drug-addled mother.
The problem is much of what was told in the movie not only deceived the public.
You have to understand, before I moved in with the family, I was an All-American.
Which counters the notion Leanne Toohey taught Oher how to play football.
He was already playing football, basketball, and running track. Again, this is before the Toohey family ever came into the picture. He wasn't even homeless at the point when they stepped in.
Adding on to the agony is what the Tooheys did to Oher, per the allegations in a new suit. There were tons of write-ups praising the family for taking Oher in and adopting him as one of their own. ESPN.com's Michael Fletcher would print in his article for the Worldwide Leader the 14-page petition filed in Shelby County, Tennessee probate court alleges that Sean and Leanne Toohey, who took Oher into their home as a high school student, never adopted him. The former NFL standout's lawyers say he didn't find out he wasn't legally adopted until February of 2023.
That they tricked him into making the family his conservators instead, and that they made millions off his name from a movie that, you see the quote here, that would not have existed without him.
Instead, less than 3 months after Oher turned 18 in 2004, the petition says the couple tricked him into signing a document making them his conservators, which gave them legal authority to make business deals in his name.
He says he was lied to, according to these legal documents, when they asked him to sign paperwork that he thought meant he was being adopted and becoming part of the family, but instead that paperwork put him in a conservatorship, and they became his conservators.
Fletcher notes the movie grossed over $300 million, with Oher not seeing a cent, and the Tooheys getting paid, including their birth children, to receive royalties, which is a very, very far cry from what Leanne has insisted in the past. We didn't take a dime off it, she stated, adding it was very God-driven. In the petition, Oher alleges that the Tooheys were paid $225,000 as well as 2.5% of the movie's proceeds for themselves and their 2 natural-born children. Sean Toohey said that because the NCAA considered him an Ole Miss booster, the conservatorship was necessary for Oher to attend Ole Miss. He played for the Rebels from 05 to 08. The family has denied wrongdoing.
It also says that the conservatorship was going to end when he was 25, but the legal documents say that it was never terminated by the court, and ultimately the Tooheys had control over his contracts and any legal documents that he was involved in.
There were many documents signed by Oher, including one in 2007, where he gives away his name, likeness, voice, etc. to the movie studio without any payment whatsoever, per the petition. In the end, Oher's demands are quite clear. He wants the conservatorship to end and an injunction to prevent the Tooheys from using his name and likeness. In addition, full accounting of the money the Tooheys made using his name.